there are two crucial things you need to know about these Kinglucky earbuds before you spend your money on them. I'm going to tell you what those two things are, but first, let's go over some of the features and what it's like to actually use these. Kinglucky did send me these for the purpose of review, but I've been testing them out so I can give you some honest feedback. Setup is very easy. You literally just take them out of the case and they automatically go into pairing mode, and then you can connect to whatever device you want. These support multi-device connectivity, so if you want to be hooked up to, say, an iPad and your phone at the same time, that's definitely doable with these. Now, these are very lightweight. I was shocked at how light these are, and they're very comfortable on your ear. The design here is this flexible arm, and you put this round part into your ear, and then the bigger part goes on the back of your ear. And these have controls on them on both sides. So if you tap on the back of the right one, so you literally just tap back here, that's going to be the volume up. If you tap on the left, volume down. And then you got a double tap for play and pause. And the controls are pretty intuitive. Once you figure out what they are, they're easy to use. And it comes with this quick start guide, so it's very easy to learn what the different controls are. So these go over your ear and they're not stuck way deep into your ear, which is great for comfort, but it's also great for hearing your surroundings. So if you're someone like me that runs a lot, I need to be able to hear the cars and people around me. So these are very nice for exercising. They also have an IP56 rating, which means they can get sweaty, they can go in the rain, and they're not going to break on you. As far as battery life, these connect via USB-C on the back of the case. It comes with a USB-C to USB-A cable, and charging the case, you can get up to 40 hours of battery life. And when the earbuds are actually in, you get 6 hours of battery life before you put them back in the case. Now that's going to depend a little bit on how high you have the volume, but that testing is done based on 60% of max volume, which I find is plenty. I tested these out at max volume just to see how loud they actually got, and I was really impressed with how loud they are. It was way too loud for me. I was actually talking to my wife face to face with them on max volume. So I was standing about 2 feet away from her and I couldn't hear when they were on max volume. So I don't think there's gonna be many instances where you're having this on the full max volume. So I would expect up to about 6 hours of battery life. I also tested out calling on these, and they have AI noise reduction for calls. Everything on the call sounded really crisp. I even stood right in front of a fan and asked the person I was talking to if they could hear the background noise, and they couldn't hear it. So these do have a good solid noise reduction when you are taking calls. What you hear is really nice, and also the person on the other side can also hear you well. If I were to give one con to these earbuds, I would say that the actual bass that you're hearing isn't quite as deep as earbuds where you're sticking them deeper into your ear. But I think that's simply due to how far you're actually pushing them in. And that's just kind of the trade-off that you're gonna get when you do have the open ear earbuds. So overall for me, these do sound really, really solid for the actual speakers sitting outside of your ear. But that's just something to keep in mind, that these aren't going to be the absolute peak sound quality you can possibly get, but you do get the amazing comfort and the ability to really hear your surroundings a lot better. The last point I'd like to make about these is that they're just a fantastic value. The sound quality, comfort, and battery life for what you're paying is really unbeatable. So I definitely would recommend giving these a try. They're great for going on walks, running, anything where you need to hear your outside surroundings. They're a great value. Battery life is fantastic. So I would definitely recommend checking these out.